Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Tuesday, 2nd September 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. And what a day it was yesterday. And the Bulls will be looking forward to do a repeat. The first hurdle was that the market should not go into negative. Even if it went to negative, I would have expected the market to close better for a better week and month and thereafter. So yesterday, the market fulfilled both the conditions. It first of all never went into negative. It opened bright and then continued to go up, though there were jitters in the first 2 hours. So that is a fantastic performance by the Bulls. But this is only the first hurdle, because the biggest hurdle is Donald Trump, who continues to make statements on a daily basis. Uh, so the advance declines were very good, 2.5 to 1 in favor of bulls. However, the volumes at 85,000 crores was slightly less than normal. A lakh crores is the normal. If it is less than that, then we should be a little bit wary. However, I have been on the bulls side for more than a year. Yesterday was the day when I wanted to test myself whether I should continue. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, the market is on the right track, that is the bullish track. So yesterday we crossed the Nifty crossed about 24,600. Then 42 out of the 50 stocks, Nifty stocks, were in the positive. IT and auto were big gainers, especially auto with their numbers, monthly numbers, was a big gainer. And then you had what is Ola Electric and Aether Energy went up significantly. Ola Electric, I think, has gone up 50% in the last few weeks, and that is led by big investors. And that is probably the reason why it has got a lot of momentum, though the results are not that great. But in a momentum market, nobody looks at fundamentals. So long as liquidity flows into the stocks or sector, the stocks and sector continue to go up. Big buying seen also in capital markets yesterday. So as far as institutional numbers were concerned, FIs continue to sell, albeit a lower quantity. Yesterday was 1,430 crores. DIs more than matched it at 4,300 and odd crores. So close to 3,000 crores was the net buying by FIs. Since yesterday was closed, the US markets are closed due to Labor Day. Only the European markets were there. They were lackluster. Only DAX closed about 0.5% higher. As far as commodities are concerned, oil has suddenly perked up, primarily because Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, is asking Europe to put some secondary sanctions like what US has done, completely forgetting that Europe is depending on the oil which India is refining. And secondly, they have signed recently an agreement, European Union with India. So I don't think anything will come out of it. But nevertheless, the pinpricks are always there. Gold and silver were in, focus. Gold made an all-time high yesterday, at around 3,510. Now it's slightly trading below 3.5. Silver, of course, continued to gain its momentum. It went above $41. This is still not an all-time high. All-time high is $50, which we saw in 2011, whereas gold has made an all-time high. Copper also did very well yesterday. So then, as I said, the biggest hurdle for our bull market is Donald Trump, who made all kinds of contradictory statements on India. He said India is already ready to sign a deal with 0%, which is completely false. Even he knows it, or even if he doesn't know it, then he's gone mad. So that is as far as Donald Trump is concerned. Now, there are two sets of data which were very, very heartwarming, I would say. One was this RBI data which released April June current account deficit was at 2.4 billion versus 8.6 billion year on year, which is a huge improvement. Current account deficit has crashed from 8.6 billion dollars in the quarter 24-25 to just 2.4 billion in 25-26. And there is also another interesting information from RBI data. People talk about FPIs, the foreign portfolio investors, having ditched it, but clearly the data is completely different. So the April-June net portfolio investment inflows are at $1.6 billion versus $0.9 billion year on year. I've been mentioning here, very often that the significant amount comes in the primary market as well as through the debt funds. Only in the secondary market, FIs are sellers for about 8 out of 10 years. What is important is what is the net portfolio investment. Net portfolio investment continues to be positive in the quarter April to June. GST collections, another data which has come out, which is also very interesting. August GST collections are up 6.5% at 1.86 lakh crores vis-a-vis the August of 2024. So that also augurs well for the economy. So what are the stocks to watch today? Stocks to watch will be Hero Motor. They have done reasonably good. Balrampur Chini. Yesterday, the government has removed restrictions on how to produce ethanol. There is no quantitative limits. We hold one sugar stock, which is Davangere Sugars, which is really a penny stock because they also produce ethanol. So I think that was in focus. It went up nearly about 12% yesterday. But please note, I'm not a SEBI-registered advisor. I'm not recommending anything. It's just that I'm mentioning that we hold it in our portfolio. It's around a 3.5 or something we hold it. Now it is close to about 4 rupees. BEL got some orders. As usual, BEL is getting orders. Execution is very important. Then you got NMDC, which did well. Coal India also has production has been very, very good. So that is as far as the stocks are concerned. Today, I expect markets to gain on strength slowly and steadily. The Prime Minister is at the opening the semiconductor conference in Mumbai. I think there's a Semicon India, which is going to be held between today and 4th. You have CG Power and Keynes Tech could be in focus because of that. So it will be a stock-specific market. Pharma companies may be under pressure because the US is thinking of putting pressure on pharma by increasing tariffs. But as of now, nothing is there. But there is that dark cloud hanging over pharma stocks. I still believe that generic pharma will not get affected so much as branded pharma, and especially pharma companies which are from Europe will get affected, if any, not so much India, though we have about 35% of our of general pharma companies export to US because it's a very large market. So I continue to be bullish. We will buy on declines. And yesterday, because of some minor issue, I could not give my data, my trades free on my Telegram channel. Today, I'll be doing that slowly and steadily. I think markets are going up, and it's better always to buy on decline, which we are doing. And so, whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.